Fear doesn't just paralyze you, it robs futures. Most of us think fear only costs us opportunities, the job we didn't apply for, the dream we didn't chase. But sometimes, the real cost of fear is hidden in the words we never spoke, the correction we held back, the advice we swallowed, the truth we buried, just to keep the peace. And the tragedy is this: silence doesn't erase the problem. It only lets it grow stronger. What you refuse to confront today may return years later, bigger, darker, and closer to home. Let me tell you a story that shows this in the clearest way. There was a woman named Yana. She was known as a powerful woman of God, respected, prayed up, always willing to stand for what's right. But even the strongest people have moments where fear whispers louder than faith. One afternoon, she stepped outside and froze. Across the street, a young boy, maybe 10 years old, had another kid backed up against a fence, shoving him, taunting him, swinging just enough to humiliate, not enough to hurt. It wasn't just kids playing around. It was mean, aggressive, a taste of something darker. And Yana felt it in her spirit. Say something. Stop this before it becomes who he is. She almost walked over, almost said, "Son, this path you're on will only burn you in the end." But fear whispered, "What if he mouths off and it turns into an argument? What if his parents come down the street ready to defend him? What if this small correction becomes a bigger conflict I'm not ready for?" So she stayed silent, closed her door, told herself it wasn't her responsibility. Years passed. That little boy grew into a man. The fighting didn't leave him. It spread. Anger, violence, a love for chaos. The streets became his teacher. And one night, tragedy hit Yana's home. Her son got into an argument with a man. Words turned to rage. Rage turned to bullets. And the shooter was the same boy she had once seen across the street, starting fights in the neighborhood. The same boy she chose not to correct. Her silence that day didn't just protect her from conflict, it set her up for heartbreak. Because what you ignore and fear today can grow into the very thing that destroys you tomorrow. This is the weight of silence. We think staying quiet protects us, but silence is not neutral. Silence is a seed, and whatever you refuse to address will still take root. And when it grows, it rarely grows away from you. It grows back into your life. What if Yana had spoken? Maybe the boy would have ignored her. Maybe not, but her silence guaranteed nothing changed. Guaranteed his violence spread. Guaranteed her regret. The truth is this: speaking truth may cost you a moment, but silence can cost you a lifetime. And when God puts it on your heart to speak, it's best you speak it. Because those words aren't just for them. They may be protection for you. This is the quote room, where words wake minds. Some things don't need a reaction, just reflection. Just a few thoughts I had on my mind.